Oh, hey. Yeah. Welcome back to Ingenuity. Now that we got the battery tray done, the shipment came in for the exhaust, so I figure let's bang it out real quick. And since these bolts are never going to come apart, we're not even going to try. We're just going to cut them. So we got all new ones that came with the kit, so we're good there. So, and yes, I should have safety glasses on, but I'm not going to lie to you, I can't find them. So here we go. There we go. Alright. Now, you need to take it out. This flange will be fun to play with. These are not happy campers. Huh. Par for the course, really. I mean, nothing we haven't dealt with so far, so not too concerned. There's like two things holding this exhaust down. That's awesome. Alright, let's get to work. I just gotta work on fixing that flange and get the new stuff in. Easy peasy. It's not. It's not easy. Oh god. Get myself into it. Okay, so I got that cat flange all cleaned up and ready to go. While I was doing that though, it very quickly became apparent that it just frankly wasn't savable. So I did tried something new and it worked really well, so I'll show you what I did. So if you run into this, you can do the same thing. So on the muffler section, you have this flange, which is the other side of the cat flange. So what I did was I cut this off the tube, slid it over the pinch section right before the flange, because where most flanges are, you can't really see it on here, on the factory stuff, where the flanges are, there's a it like narrows real quick and then flanges out. So when where it does that, you can slide this on. Ran a little bead along the bottom just to kind of hold things in place, and it looks like it's going to work really well. Cut some reliefs in the metal to allow the nuts to go in there without having any clearance issues. So I'm just going to show you what I did real quick, and then we'll get this exhaust on. All right, let's go. Okay, so that's the bracket. You can see I cut the sides of the flanges off where the bolts were. They were just rusted completely in there. There was no getting them out. You know, you put some, start hitting the flange too hard, it just starts bending. The metal was just too thin. Like I said, cut that old flange off the old pipe, slid it on, and actually it's kind of, you have to actually hammer it on. Cut it just a little too small, So you can whack it on, and then just ran a quick bead along the bottom to hold everything in place. Got the old donut gasket off the end here, and yeah, she's good to go. So we're gonna hit that with paint real quick, because I did take a lot of the surface material away. So I'm gonna hit it with paint, make sure it doesn't rust, and then we'll get going. And now that the exhaust is on, let's go give the Explorer its new shoes. And here we have it, our snowpocalypse-proof daily driver. Now, granted we haven't had any snow to test it out in, but it looks like it would do the job. You know, we still have a little bit of things left to address, like the windshield, the radio antenna, power steering lines, and we're definitely going to have to adjust it as time changes in the future here. But, I mean, just look at it.
Look at that, look at that.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that.
Alright, so in terms of a cost analysis, is it really worth it to buy a 20-year-old 300,000 mile Explorer? The answer is, you big dummy. But that said, I will say, I mean, from my perspective, it's definitely worth it. And in terms of a dollar breakdown, this is kind of what we're looking at. So, I had to write it down because it's a lot. So, right out of the gate, tax and tags, as I said before, is $150. The exhaust manifolds. The kits that I saw available online were all wrong. For the 4-liter single overhead cam engine. The studs and nuts that were correct, that actually fit the engine, were all for the 4.6 liter V8. So again, you know, this is what you run into running on some of these older vehicles. Is just stuff's just not right, stuff's just not available. So you either have to make it yourself, like I do with the battery tray, or you have to, you know, get creative and source different parts. So I digress. So the exhaust manifolds, the studs and nuts, were $10.73 per kit times 2. Breaks that down to $2.68 a cylinder, since we only use 6 of them, and I can reuse the 2 and probably end up working on something else later on down the line. We'll save those. So that was $16.08. The threaded rod, $5 from Home Depot. That's 12 by 13. It was a 12-foot stick, or 12-inch stick rather. Yeah, so $5 for that. Stainless steel nuts I bought as a 25 pack. The pack was $15.52, but we only used 8 of them, and a 25 pack to $15.52 comes out to 62 cents a nut. So that was $4.96. And then Rust-Oleum high heat paint, that was $8.78 at the local depot. The spark plugs and wires were actually came with the truck. They were a gift. Long story short, a friend of the previous owner had gotten rid of his Explorer and was like, hey, do you want these? I got these, but never did them. He said sure. He didn't do them either, so I got them. But average cost on those for the Motorcraft SP400s is $2.10 a piece. For 6 of them, $12.60. The wires were the NGK 52004s. Those were $30.79. The DPFE sensor, didn't need it, but it broke during removal, so again, you can count that, not count it, but either way, the sensor was the NTK EA0009. It was $31.79, and the tubes, it was a kit. It's just a roll of silicone hose. Basically, it was $3.59, and you can do both with just that one kit. The Catback exhaust was $142.64. The Warrior lift shackles were $101.99. The Pro Comp springs were $35.99, which I'm gonna say it again, is an amazing deal. $35.99 for basically something that lifts your truck, and then combined with the lift shackles, you get an almost 2-inch lift for less than $200. That's insane. Like, that's just awesome. To fix that wheel stud that conveniently randomly broke in the middle of all this, $3.91. Motor mounts, ungodly cheap, $661 and $693 respectively. The fuel filter was $7.38. The wheel bearing was $34.79, and the control arm from Mavotec was $38.79, plus $22.97 shipping and $7.06 tax. The battery tray materials. Now, this was all scrap I had, literal scrap I had laying around. So for me, cost is very hard to define. But if you buy all brand new stuff from Home Depot, because I figured everyone has a Home Depot, not everyone has a metal supply place, you can get a section of 48-inch Everbuilt 3/16 angle for $24.98. You can get a 3/16 plate, a 36-inch stretch for $12.98. The 3/8 by 16 by 36 inch threaded rod, that'll run you $9.98. The 3/8 by 16 nuts for that rod was $11.92 for a 25 pack, which, break that down, I only needed 4 of them at 47 cents. That's $1.88. The 1-inch tube that I used as a hold down. Now in the video, I did use a flat plate, and then like the next day I swapped it out for a tube because I like the strength of the tube better, because I don't know, I'm weird, I get it. 48-inch length of that from Depot's $15.98. So all this is pretty cheap. The mini fuse set to get some of the interior stuff working again, that was $8.29. I ended up only using one. I'm not even gonna break that down. The alignment was $90 after all that. Oil and filter, you know, $25 for the oil, $6 for the filter, no big deal there. Did get the roof rack as a fun little flare thing for the top. That was $99.59 off Amazon. And then kind of where this gets above and beyond what needed to be done was a new set of wheels and tires. Now, I could have definitely gotten away with just getting OE replacements. It would have been a lot cheaper, but I had the option of doing this, so I did, and I could not be happier. I absolutely love the look of this truck with these wheels and tires. But that said, I did go super cheap on these, and I actually have the same wheels on Bruiser too, and I absolutely love them. Totally recommend them if you're ever in the market for cheap wheels for your truck. It's definitely the way to go. For Summit Racing, it's the Pro Comp Xtreme Rock Crawler Series 51 steel wheels. They're $64 a wheel, so $256 total. So the tires were General Grabbers. They're 31 10.5 15s. I got them off Tire Rack because I live close to a tire rack, and I'll tell you why here in a second. So they're $149.99 a piece, which is $599.96. But at the time that I got them, and this is again the reason why I did what I did, there's a $100 mail-in rebate, and the warehouse is located in Delaware, so there's no sales tax. And if you come pick it up, they drop $64 off the total, which brought the total to $435.96 for brand new General Grabbers. So that's pretty epic. So that brings our total to $1,659.29. So if you were to break that down in terms of, you know, going out and buying something, that's like $130 a month car payment. So, okay, it was a free truck that cost, you know, $1,600, $1,700. We'll round up. We'll say $1,700, right? So again, a $1,700 truck that, you know, is a perfect daily driver as far as I'm concerned. And at this point, yes, we do have to address the timing chain issue. The engine will have to come out for that, so that's not factored into this. And I probably rebuild it at that point as well. But again, like I said a minute ago, this, you know, the point of this is not to say this is the best bang for your buck, this is the best value on the market. This is the best value for me. And if anyone's out there that thinks this might be useful, that's great. I just wanted to show you my perspective and why I think that a 20-year-old 300,000 mile Explorer is a good idea. Everyone's going to say otherwise, but that's fine. I enjoyed working on it. It was a different change of pace. The exhaust manifold sucked, I'm not going to lie. You know, but everything else for the most part is actually pretty easy to work on. And right now I'm doing a lot of work on the house, so it's awesome having something that I can do Home Depot runs in and not really have to worry about messing it up. It just, first off, the interior is super durable. Let's get at that right. But even if I were to mess it up, it's not a big deal. So that is the value to me, that this thing is super useful, super versatile, very reliable. It hasn't had, even with the timing chains, I mean, it hasn't even hiccuped. And especially now with the new exhaust on, it's super quiet. Like, this is the quietest thing I've ever owned, like hands down. So yeah, for me, this is totally worth it. Alright, and that'll conclude the first round of the Mighty Exploder. Like any Ingenuity vehicle, you're going to see it pop up from time to time as it continues to improve and evolve, but that's going to do it for now. So thank you so much for watching, I really do appreciate it. And just remember, on projects like these, sometimes all you need is a little ingenuity. See ya.